here, and we've done this with Kieran Smyers and Dave Scott and Paula Finley. This sort of biographical format of interview, many of you will be familiar with it from inside the actor's studio. And that show ends with a questionnaire, which has been adapted, 8 questions. Some of them maybe will delve a little deeper. The first one's certainly a quick one. Swim, bike, or run?
I would definitely say run. Yeah.
What is your favorite post-workout snack?
Post-workout? Probably a smoothie of some sort if I'm in heavy training. Right now, though, I'd probably go for like a donut or something.
Don't worry, he's already been told about Suzy Q's. I don't know if we can make it, but he's got a reason to come back. What's in the smoothie? You've just gone shopping. You got everything to choose from.
Yeah, pretty basic. Probably some protein powder, banana, a few berries, some almond milk, orange juice, some ice.
Who's hungry? A triathlete you admire?
Probably Craig Alexander.
Why?
I've seen many interviews with him over the years and was fortunate enough to meet him when we crossed paths in IT racing way back when, before he went on to win 3 Ironman World Championships. But yeah, I feel like I resonate with him a little bit. He's definitely a family guy, and I love listening to him talk. If you guys can get on the internet and want some inspiration, just YouTube Craig Alexander. You see some great videos. So he's respected by all the athletes, and he's a good guy.
I couldn't agree with you more. He gave one of the most moving speeches I've ever heard a triathlete make, and he did it after 8 hours and 10 minutes of an Ironman right at the finish line. What is your favorite triathlon sound?
That's a tough one. Around races and stuff, it's definitely before an ITU race, they play this Pirates of the Caribbean music just before we walk out on the pontoon, which is pretty cool, a lot of pounding. And but I would say my favorite one is probably in training, probably early morning going out for a run, and the sound of crushed gravel underneath my feet. I really like that. Nothing else but just hearing my feet going over, and yeah, I like that.
The coaches will all agree that Kyle must have very finely tuned hearing, because when we saw him run 400 meters around a track, we didn't hear a thing. This guy is very, very soft hitting. What's your least favorite triathlon sound?
Well, that's an easy one. That's probably the sound of a crash, whether you're involved in it or behind it or in front of it. That's just a horrific sound of just carnage and metal touching the ground and bodies flying everywhere. So whether it's in training or racing, it's that's an awful sound.
The triathlon world is multi-tiered. The events that happen are so complicated to put on with the 3 sports. You've got agents, you've got bike shops, so many people contributing to make triathlon happen. What triathlon related job would you least like to do? Who's the hardest working person in triathlon? Other than the athletes.
Yeah. Definitely think the coaches, Joel especially, has definitely dedicated his life to his triathlon squad and the squad we have now, and the hours he puts in, and just his availability. You could email him or send him a message at pretty much any hour of the day in different time zones, and he has athletes on different time zones. So he's pretty much, he's a guy who, eventually wants to have a family, wants to have kids, but, he's away from his wife, just as much as we are away from our families, and really dedicates a lot of time to us. So we definitely couldn't do it without him, so definitely admire what Joel does.
You've mentioned the terrible sound of a crash and have had the bad luck of being in some. If you did crash and there was a 6-year-old child at the fence, what would your favorite substitute curse word be?
If there was a 6-year-old kid, I'd hope I wouldn't say the real thing, but I would probably say the real thing. But my favorite curse word... has anyone here watched Suits? The lawyer show? If you've seen the last few episodes, or even into the last couple seasons, Mike and Harvey refer to each other as motherflecka. I think that's funny, I don't know. I don't say I use it, but it's comical.
All right, final question. You're in the triathlon, you're on the run course, and approaching, maybe in the last kilometer, and you pass God, who is also out there competing. What do you say as you pass God on your way to the finish line?
Oh dear. I don't think I would. If I was coming up on God, I think I would turn and run the other way, because that either means I'm about to pass out and die, and I don't want to be seeing God anytime until I'm probably 90 years old and ready to kick the can. So, yeah. How would you even know? Does he have like God on his race suit? Country code like heaven or just the universe?
Ladies and gentlemen,